KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Stay tuned for the following special presentation from KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this Ottawa University Braves sports broadcast and the Superstands Cleaning Service pregame show. Make Superstand your cleaning man for carpet, upholstery, furniture, or tile. Call Superstand's Cleaning Service for a free estimate today at 418-2463. Now for our pregame preview, here's KOFO's Casey Weeder.
Hello everyone and welcome back to KCKCC Baseball Complex as Ottawa University and friends will get started here with Game 2 here in just a few minutes as the Braves fall in Game 1 15-5 to the Falcons. Ottawa got off to a fast start in the first couple of innings. They went up 2-1, but Friends tied it at 2 in the fourth inning and then scored 5 in the fifth to stretch out their lead. And from there, Ottawa was really not able to get back into the game as we wait to see the final starting lineups here for Game 2. And it looks like the Braves will have their ace on the mound as it will be Eliezer Estrella. And he comes into the matchup this afternoon looking at his numbers, 4.23 ERA, sitting with a record of 3-2 on the season. He started 6 games. This will be his 6th start of the year. He's had 2 complete games, 27 innings pitched, and has 28 strikeouts in his first appearance as a Brave. Had 10 strikeouts and won a complete game against Williams Baptist in the first game of the 2019 season. And a guy that you're going to count on, much like what Ottawa had to do last year with David Meade. When your ace takes the mound, you got to put together a top performance.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Casey. And the good thing is that in Game 2, you can come out, you built a little bit of momentum. I mean, in the last game, the Braves had how many hits?
15.
15
yeah,
hits.
15 hits.
So it's not like that the Friends pitching was overpowering and the Braves weren't able to get anything into action. You eliminate some walks, a couple of hit batters. And the fact that Friends had a couple balls that were hitting the gap with runners on, and it's really a different kind of game.
And it'll be interesting to see if Ottawa can take some of that momentum, at least putting the ball in play, see if they can build on that a little bit. But you can't have big innings. They had 2 innings in Game 1 where Friends scored 5 runs apiece in both the 7th inning and in the 5th inning. Braves just can't give up big innings like that this time around.
Yep, absolutely. And you would like to think that you could stay away from that with arguably your best pitcher right now on the mound. Go play defense, bang the ball around the park yourself, and limit what Friends can do for you.
Well, we'll go ahead and take a break here on the Superstands Cleaning pregame show. You listen to Ottawa Braves baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Dad, throw me the ball. No, throw it to me.
Okay, here it comes.
Uh-oh. Dad, will that stain come out of the couch?
Kids, there's only one man that can take care of that stain. Super Stan.
You better call him before Mom gets home.
Already on it.
Playing outdoor games indoors? Not a good idea. But Superstand's Cleaning Service can save the day with hot water extraction to steam clean your carpet, upholstery, even grout and tile. It is a good idea to let Superstand be your cleaning man. Call 785-418-2463. KOFO congratulates Tammy Womack, the lucky leprechaun who won $500 for finding the KOFO Lucky Shamrock at the Franklin County Fairgrounds, the site of our 70th anniversary concert coming this July.
What are your plans for that $500? How are you going to spend that?
We have a 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, and we told them we'd give them $20 each.
We thank our Lucky Shamrock sponsors, CarStar, Maggie's Gourmet Popcorn and Glazed Nuts, The Gun Guys, Blue Sky Wine and Spirits, Miss Fix-It Computer Repair, and the Franklin County Fair Board. Win again soon on KOFO.
Welcome back as we have our final segment here in pregame. Braves going with the same starting lineup from Game 1. Ariano, Danmeyer, Bannister, Henning, Flanell, Paramore, Berger, Antonetti, Skiles, and Estrella. For Friends, very similar lineup of Snodgrass, and then they bring in Quimby at short, Puga, Navarro, Paris, Corona, Tate, Casillas, Skelton, who played the majority of Game 1 as a pinch hitter coming into the 3rd inning, and then on the mound it'll be their ace, and Austin Eggleston. We'll take our final break. When we come back, we'll have first pitch. You're listening to Braves Baseball, 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Thank you for listening to the Superstands Cleaning Service pregame show. First pitch is next. Ask any coach. Wishing for a good game is not the best game plan. At home, wishing your carpet and furniture were clean isn't much of a game plan either. Stop wishing. Let Super Stan be your cleaning man. Super Stan's Cleaning Service at 418-2463. Stan's been making life clean, fresh, and more enjoyable for your friends and neighbors for over 40 years. Kids, pets, unexpected visits from relatives, they all can take a toll on your carpet. Live life clean and fresh. Call Super Stan's Cleaning Service today at 418-2463. Let Stan be your cleaning man. 418-2463. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this Ottawa University Brave Sports broadcast on 103.7 FM, 1220, and online at KOFO.com. Brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Quality Structures Incorporated, Ransom Memorial Health, Ottawa University, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, and by Kramer Pharmacy, Super Stan's Cleaning Service, Kansas State Bank, Constantino's Price Chopper. This OU Brave Sports broadcast is also brought to you by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Adamson Brothers, Dingle & Son Mortuary, CarStar, C.S. Cunningham Construction, and by the Ottawa Herald and the City of Ottawa. Now let's rejoin KOFO's Casey Weeder.
Welcome in as Estrella gets us started with a fastball that goes outside for ball one. Eliezer Estrella, number 16, is a right-hander, 6', 200. He's a senior from Queens, New York, a transfer from Eastern New Mexico University. And he is the ace on the staff for the Braves as the righty works from the windup, and he throws a breaking ball for strike one as it gets it even at 1-1 as he faces Jay Snodgrass, who was 4 for 5 in game one, 3 RBIs that included a triple, which really broke it open for the Falcons in game one. They'll take a breaking ball as the count evens at 2-2. Sorry, Charlie's make it 2-1 here with Snodgrass. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball that is unable to catch the corner, and the count goes to 3-1. Snodgrass just has a way of finding the ability to get on base.
Yeah, exactly. He just grinds it.
3-1 pitch is hit deep to left field, but it is going to might have got under just a little bit, and making the catch out left field is Ariano for out number one. Is Snodgrass, he would have maybe leveled out that swing. That could have been a home run, but just kind of got under it just a tad.
Yeah, exactly. And if the ball hung up there a long time, as you could see the left fielder kind of circle under it to be able to get to it.
So out number one there for the Falcons. As the shortstop here in game two, Lucas Quimby will be the second batter here for the Falcons, going with the no batting gloves here in game two. And he takes strike two with a cutter on the outside corner, and quickly it's 0-2. Quimby, 0.80 average on the season. No home runs, no RBIs, 148 on base percentage. As he faces Estrella. Breaking ball, it's going to be fouled down the right side, and the count goes to 1-2. And for Lucas Quimby, he is a junior infielder from Pueblo College, transferred from Trinidad State Junior College. Talk about this team has 18 juniors, and a lot of those are transfers, so they're still trying to gel as a team here early on. Grounder to short. Quickly up with it is Bannister, and making the snag at first is Paramore for out number two.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Paramore, being able to dig that low throw out at first to get the out.
Bannister came in hard, and Quimby turned on the wheels there down the stretch to make it a closer play than I think Bannister expected.
No, I would agree, Casey. I think, the speed of Quimby surprised him a little bit.
So 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the first inning. So Estrella starts Huga off with a breaking ball that misses, just maybe a little high. 1 ball, no strikes. Puga, 351, 3 homers, 17 RBIs, takes a breaking ball again for a strike. The count goes to 1-1, and I like the pace Estrella works at. Very similar to, don't want to do a lot of comparisons to David Mead, but Mead got right back on that rubber after he threw a strike. Estrella breaking ball is hit off the end of the bat, and it's going to right field. Catch is made by Henning. And 3 up, 3 down for Estrella in the first inning, as Ottawa will come to bat. As it is Friends nothing, and Ottawa coming to the plate. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Have you ever walked into a business and been treated so well by the people that work there, you can tell they were meant to do what they do? That's what you feel when you walk into Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa. For more than 50 years, you've been treated with personal service and attention while being shown the best in high-quality jewelry and accessories. If you want to drive out of town, be treated like a number so an associate can make a commission, and walk out with jewelry like everybody else, go right ahead. But for a unique jewelry buying experience, walk into Sutton's Jewelry at 213 South Main in downtown Ottawa. Open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5:30, Saturdays 10 to 2. Every day, on average, 22 veterans take their own life. It takes a community to heal a warrior. That's where Mission 22 comes in, a nonprofit assisting veterans to help reduce the suicide rate. On Sunday, April 7th, the Gun Guys will support Mission 22 with their Shooting for a Mission benefit, a fun, fast, and furious combat-style shoot. Match cost is $25 for the first gun, $15 for each additional. T-shirts, prizes, and Pizza Village open 11 to 4, donating 22% of all sales. Register at thegunguys.net/mission22 or stop by 412 South Main in downtown Ottawa.
Welcome back. Is Ottawa able to get Friends to go 3 up and 3 down? On the mound for the Falcons will be Austin Eggleston, 2-3 record, 5.22 ERA. He started 7 games and has pitched in 7 games, has 1 complete game, 39 innings pitched, 46 hits, has a opponent batting average of 280, and really is has the most starts on this club. Behind him was Alex Defoe, who pitched game 1. Eggleston, Matt, just from watching him here for the first 4 or 5 pitches, has that sidearm delivery, which is always difficult to kind of time up on your first time through the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, in the last game, Defoe was more of a traditional 3/4 slot high release, and Eggleston's more of a sidearm kind of a slinger. So you should expect the ball to run away from left-handers and to some degree more in on right-handed hitters.
Talk about the Braves not changing the lineup from game 1, so it'll be Jeremiah Ariano. His average up to 400. Had a big game 1. And quickly hits this one towards the batting cages to the left of us. That's the count at 0-1, but Ariano, one of those players that's just excited to get in the box and take a hack.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what you want as a hitter, somebody that's excited to be in there.
0-1 pitch is a breaking ball outside for ball 1. And Eggleston at times during that warm-up, you saw him amp up the speed a little bit, but otherwise I'm going to see a lot of deception out of him with some sliders and breaking balls. 1-1 pitch. And Ariano fouls this one back. Count at 1-2. One-two pitch, and stepping off will be Eggleston.
You know, the one thing the sidearmer is going to do is he's going to rely more on just natural movement of the ball as opposed to trying to throw a traditional curveball or slider per se.
1-2 pitch, and jams Ariano inside as it is going to be called a foul ball. Really close there. Thought it hopped over the bag, but they're going to say it was already out of play.
And if you notice that time, Casey, Eggleston went more to a 3/4 traditional delivery to throw a breaking ball because you can't throw it from the sidearm slot that he traditionally throws it from.
1-2 pitch to Ariano. Slider outside, 4-2. Count evens at 2-2.
The nice thing about that is Braves hitters, if they pay attention on the on-deck circle, can help them for that split second.
2-2 pitch. And Ariano fouls this one back near the KCKCC clubhouse and out of play. Pretty unique setup they have here with that clubhouse. Just kind of a building that's connected as their locker room that's really connected with that clubhouse. Very, very neat how they have that set up. It's not, something that's separate from the stadium. It's kind of all worked together there.
Right, the players can get back and forth between the dugout and the clubhouse easily.
2-2 pitch. It's going to be hit to short. Quimby takes it on a bounce. Ariano moving, and he is going to be safe at first. As Puga, I don't think they would have got him even if his foot was on the bag, but it was close.
Yeah, it was a good play. Quimby made a strong throw from the hole, and Quimby not having played in game one, immediately right away the baseball finds him early in the game.
Always seems to happen when you make substitutions. This next one will probably go to Skelton out in right field.
Exactly.
Nick Dammeyer, the catcher, bats second. Ariano, huge lead at first. Eggleston looks his way 2 or 3 times over his left shoulder, still looking. And now Dammeyer calls time. As this could be something that the Braves can use to their advantage, as Eggleston knows his delivery is not quick going from that sidearm release.
Exactly.
Braves could time him up here and give him some problems. Pitch to Dammeyer is fastball outside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, and I think that'll be a key for the Braves to stay aggressive like they were in game 1 on the bases. They finished with 6 stolen bases, I believe.
They did, 6 of 8. And they are going to throw it over to Ariano, and with a good throw, Eggleston would have got him as Ariano was leading hard on that right side. But Puga unable to pick it up as that one was thrown in the dirt.
Puga's taking a long stretch to stretch out the groins and then taking a ball off the chest, it looked like there, to block that one.
2 balls, 1 strike to Dammeyer. Ariano at first base. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Fastball right down the middle, and Dammeyer finds himself behind in the count 0-2.
With a traditional pitcher, you could say this might be a good pitch to run on because a lot of times 0-2 you're going to throw a breaking ball. But with the sidearm guy who doesn't throw a traditional breaking pitch, you're more guessing, trying to time him up.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Dammeyer. Eggleston set. And Dammeyer's going to strike out as that one just tailed away from him on the outside part of the plate. And he will strike out swinging for out number 1. Shortstop Kyle Bannister bats third. Ariano still at first, again taking a big lead. They're going to check on Ariano again, very close, but does get that right arm in there in time. Bannister, .338 average, no home runs, 11 RBIs. And really, even though the Braves gave up 15 runs in game 1, still managed to have 15 hits of their own. Pitch on the way is called strike. The count goes to 0-1.
Yeah, so far from what we've seen of Eggleston, he's really attacked the zone.
Very deceptive with that velocity too. He's got to be bringing in there somewhere between 85 in that 85 to 90 range. And they're going to check on Ariano again, throw his way. That one again low for Puga to deal with. And a little different approach than Estrella in that top of the first inning is Eggleston definitely takes his time.
Yes.
0-1 pitch to Dammeyer. It's fouled to the side as, Bannister gets a piece of it. Count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, so what the right-handers are seeing here is that when he throws that fastball from that sidearm slot, the ball's really running away from him right now.
Braves get a leadoff single from Ariano. And then Eggleston able to get a strikeout of Danmeyer, but pitch here to Bannister is outside for ball one. Count at 1-2. Eggleston, a transfer from Texas Tech University. Eggleston set from the stretch, delivers, and they're just going to let Ariano steal second. And the catcher thinks that was out number 3 and didn't even make an effort to throw it to Ariano or try to throw Ariano out, so he just takes second base without a throw.
Might be one of the easier stolen bases he's had.
Well, and in the catcher's defense, I guess the scoreboard is not on here, so maybe you're used to catching a glance maybe once in a while up there. But Ariano takes second. That's the second strikeout for Eggleston in the inning.
I'm pretty sure his coach isn't going to buy that excuse.
No. And Henning's going to hit this one down the line, and it is tailing, and it's down. Ariano is going to score easily, and Ottawa takes a 1-0 lead.
That was a good piece of hitting right there, Casey. Taking the pitch and hitting it the other way for the left-hander.
Well, and you talk about maybe that's something the right-handers think about as well with that fastball tailing away to a righty. Yep. You start shooting it out to right field. But with the lefty, an opportunity to kind of turn on one there and or shoot it out. Since it's tailing India, you can just shoot it back out to the left field.
Exactly. You can wait a little longer on it and just punch it out there.
Julio Planell, who had an RBI in the 9th inning of Game 1, come to the plate batting .216, no home runs, 8 RBIs, and Braves with a runner at second. Planell swings over the first pitch fastball for strike one. Ottawa, who grabbed the lead in Game 1 in the first inning. A lot of one-run innings for the Braves in Game 1. And Eggleston, who now has the runner in a pickle and trying to slide in safely, he's going to be called out as he's tagged by Tate, as the runner Henning got caught again, and he'll have the assistant coaches come talk to him a little bit. But that'll do it for the Braves in the first inning, as they have 1 run on 2 hits. As we head to the top of the second, you're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
Dad, throw me the ball. No, throw it to me.
Okay, here it comes.
Uh-oh. Dad, will that stain come out of the couch?
Kids, there's only one man that can take care of that stain. Super Stan.
You better call him before Mom gets home.
Already on it.
Playing outdoor games indoors? Not a good idea. But Super Stan's cleaning service can save the day. With hot water extraction to steam clean your carpet, upholstery, even grout and tile. It is a good idea to let Super Stan be your cleaning man. Call 785-418-2463.
Credit cards are great, but have you seen the interest you're paying? I talked to my bank about a debit card. It's smart, it's secure, it's accepted anywhere. It even does double duty as an ATM card. So, if you add it all up, a debit card is a better card.
Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Braves get 1 and they lead 1-0 as we hit the top of the second inning. As Braves do get 2 hits on 1 run. Estrella gets set to get things started here in the top of the second as he'll face Navarro. Emilio Navarro, the center fielder, .324 average, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. One of those home runs happened in Game 1, which I'm not sure has landed quite yet, Matt. But maybe here in a little bit as he takes back-to-back balls on the first 2 pitches.
It was a well-struck ball. We'll just say that.
And it was even more importantly for Friends, a grand slam. 2 balls and no strikes to Navarro. And this one's hit deep to center field on his horse. For the Braves is going to be Berger. He can't make the catch. It's the base of the wall. Navarro turns second, headed for third, and he's going to get there standing up. He's going to slide anyways, but would have made it there standing up. as he hit that to the deepest part of the ballpark, and Berger gets up slow out in center field. He didn't collide with the wall, but not sure if his plant foot might have rolled when he was trying to throw it back into his cutoff man.
Yeah, that ball was way up and driven deep to the deep, like you said, Casey, the deepest part of the park. I think it's 400 there at the base of the fence where the ball landed.
A man on third with no outs here for the Falcons. As Paris, the designated hitter, comes to the plate. Chance to get an RBI. He takes the first pitch ball. Breaking ball does catch the corner this time for a 1-1 count. Estrella rocking the pink laces on the black shoes today. 1-1 pitch. One's foul back and over the top of us. Count goes to 1-1. Apologies, make that 1-2. 1-2 pitch is going to be lined for a single between the shortstop and third baseman. And just like that, Friends ties it up at 1.
Yeah, I think right here is, when you score a run in the bottom of the inning and the other team comes right back and answers with a run and then gets another hit, you have to kind of, as a coach, think about momentum and how you can break that momentum. You need to make a good pitch, get a ground ball, double play, stop Friends from continuing to build some confidence here at the plate.
Gabriel Corona, the catcher, who had 2 doubles in game 1. As Eliezer checks on the runner at first. As that is Paris. First pitch to Corona's fouled sharply to the left side. First time Estrella's really had to work out of the stretch here. Just kind of mowed through the first 3 batters he faced in the first inning, but they've been able to get after him here in the second. That pitch outside for a ball. One ball and 1 strike to Corona. Breaking ball to Corona goes way down to try and swing at for strike 2.
A mighty hack there, down to one knee to get the chase the breaking pitch down.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball trying to work its way back to the middle of the plate is outside. Count goes even at 2-2.
What little bit we've seen here, it seems like Estrella is much more comfortable out of the windup today than out of the stretch.
Estrella throws it over to first base. Count even at 2-2. And again, going down to foul that one back is Corona. That's twice it's been out of the strike zone, and he has had to go down and foul it back. Forcing himself to have to foul it, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Corona, 226 average, no home runs, 8 RBIs. For the junior from Fresno, California, transferred from College of the Sequoias. 2-2 pitch is going to be hit right at the second base. Could be a double play for Ottawa. Giles to Bannister to Paramore, and that'll do it. Actually, that is out number 2. Excuse me. That's only the second out. So I'd say Bannister was already halfway into the dugout there. But Estrella induces the ground ball that turns into a double play. As Giles quickly got it out of his glove. It was hit sharply to him at second base.
Yes, and that's a great pitch by Estrella to get the double play to break some of the momentum.
Estrella's first pitch here to Tate is low and outside. I'm sure Dawson Tate probably not digging in too much. He got hit twice in game one.
2 consecutive, his last 2 at-bats, I believe.
And he wasn't happy about the last one as he takes a fastball in the outside corner for strike one. And he didn't like the call from the umpire on that one either. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch from Estrella, breaking ball that Tate swings way under. Estrella 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Estrella with just 27 pitches. Breaking ball again that's going to be fouled down the right side and out of play.
Tate really looks like he subscribes to that upward swing plane theory now.
2 balls, 2 strikes. This one's popped up in the air. Skiles looks like he has a good beat on it at second base. He'll make the catch. For out number 3, Friends scores 1 run on 2 hits. We are tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. At Thriftopia, every Monday through Saturday, they offer you a shopping experience that starts with 50% off their weekly featured items, while you still get 100% of the customer service from their COF employees. And that's not all. Every Tuesday is Military Day with 20% off all merchandise with ID. Wednesday is now Teacher Student Day. Bring your ID and get 20% off. And Thursday is Senior Day for those 55 and over. Everything is 20% off. Great deals, great merchandise, great people there to help. Thriftopia, open Monday through Saturday 10 till 7 at 2210 South Princeton Circle Drive in South Ottawa.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Friends responds with one of their own in the top half of the second inning. For Ottawa, it'll be Planell, Paramore, and Berger here in the bottom half of the second. As they will face Eggleston.
So another chance for the Braves to add a run here.
Planell swings at the first pitch fastball. For those righties, it just continues to tail away from him. And Eggleston really not worried about how much time he takes on the mound right now. 0-1 pitch, and that one he came from really that three-quarter look again for ball one, as that one was a little high.
Yeah, anytime that he wants to throw a breaking pitch, he's got to come up to that three-quarter arm slot.
1 ball, 1 strike to Planell. Another low changeup for ball 2. Counted 2-1.
Kind of out of that sidearm arm slot, he can throw, 2-seam or 4-seam and a changeup out of that. But if you want to get a traditional breaking pitch.
2-1 pitch hits Planell. And he'll take first base. The Braves see if they can do what they did in the first, which was get the first man on, which turned into a run for the Braves. With Paramore at the plate. Paramore takes a wild hack at the first one for strike 1. 339 average, no home runs, 12 RBIs for the junior. He pulls out the wristband out of his back pocket to get the call from head coach Gabe Grinder down that third base line. Planell at first gets a good lead. Fastball outside for ball 1, and the count goes even.
I find it interesting if you watch Coach Grinder, he's giving hand signals, but they also have the wristbands. So it's kind of a hybrid.
And it really doesn't allow the other team to get a good read on your signals either.
Right. And I've not seen teams use both. Typically, it's one or the other.
1-1 pitch, and on the run is going to be Planell as Paramore fouls it back. And Paramore now behind at 1-2. But Planell with a great jump. One ball and 2 strikes. Paramore's going to strike out with a fastball in the outside corner. And Eggleston picks up his 3rd strikeout here in just 1 2/3. So 1 out here in the 2nd inning, and Berger comes to the plate. He shows bunt and brings it back, and now they're going to say he did go around for strike 1.
Yeah, it looks like he just didn't get the bat pulled back in time.
Blake Berger, the center fielder. 182 is the average, no home runs, 1 RBI. As Eggleston looks the way and then will throw to Planell's side.
Yeah, Friends is definitely doing a much better job of keeping track of the Ottawa base runners in this game.
No balls and 1 strike to Berger. Fastball finds the inside corner for strike 2, and Berger behind at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first for the Braves, tied at 1. High fastball goes over the head of the catcher, and Planell easily takes second base. And a wild pitch will be charged to Eggleston. The count at 1-2.
Yeah, I guess in some respects, if it's going to be wild, make it really wild.
Well, and the way the catcher came out of his stance, Corona, didn't seem like he thought it was supposed to be a high fastball either. So
signals crossed.
1-2 pitch here to Berger. He's just going to get a piece of it. That fastball again tailing away from these right-handed hitters.
You know, based on how the defense is playing, if Berger could stay back and just punch the ball between first and second, it's a huge hole. Easier said than done, I know.
Planell at second with a good lead, and they're going to look his way again as Eggleston trying to pick him off the way he did in the first inning with Henning. And that's really tough as a base runner.
It really is. He's got a very awkward move with going to second.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Berger. He fouls it away.
And you can see with that swing, Berger was trying to shoot the ball the other direction.
Mind you, this is a 7-inning game here in Game 2. So runs, when you can manufacture them, are so important because you're, 6 outs shorter than you are in a normal matchup. And a breaking ball that tried to work from inside back to the middle of the plate stays inside for ball 2. And that evens the count.
I mean, even though it's the second inning, the Braves really have to think of this as really being the 5th inning, more or less.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the delivery from Eggleston, and getting a piece of it and just fighting it off is Berger. Foul for the count will remain at 2-2. Last two pitches, Eggleston really hasn't worried about the runner much. And now they will, of course, try the pick-off move one more time.
Coach Grinder and the third base umpire are having a discussion about is his motion legal or not.
2-2 pitch, and striking out is going to be Berger. For out number 2, as that brings Antonetti to the plate as he gets the bat with at least one runner in scoring position this time. He is the designated hitter. Plannell still at second, a huge lead. And Antonetti, the big swing there over the top of the fastball from Eggleston. Antonetti, 356 average, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. Hiding the count at 0-1. And taking that almost over the top motion that time is Eggleston for ball 1. How difficult is that, Matt, to have not only for the hitter, but even for the pitcher to develop a throwing motion, not just one throwing motion, but 2?
Yeah, I mean, it's, and most guys don't just naturally start throwing sidearm. They usually drop down to that motion due to injury or ineffectiveness in the traditional 3/4 arm slot for that. Some guys, that's just their natural motion, but most of them drop down to that 3/4 or sidearm slot because of injury, whether it's a labrum or a shoulder problem.
1 ball and 1 strike to Antonetti, who fouls this one back to the screen.
So I guess the short answer to your question, it's kind of hard to try to keep 2 motions in sync.
1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. We're still tied at 1. Braves have a runner at second base with Plannell. And time will be called by Antonetti. So he'll step out of the box. Count at 1-2. Fastball outside. Count evens at 2 apiece.
Yeah, base hit here gives us a chance to get Plannell home from second. It'd be huge to put another run up.
2-2 pitch, and they are going to throw it down to second again. And Tate was a little late coming over, but luckily it was a good throw.
Yes.
Eggleston was ready to wheel away and throw it to second base. Two-two pitch. Antonetti fouls it back one more time.
You can begin to see the Braves pitchers making small adjustments, trying to hit that ball the other way, staying back on the pitch a little bit more, understanding the pitch is running away from the right-handers.
Antonetti listed at 225 from Garabo, Puerto Rico. Transfer from Jackson State. 2-2 pitch. Antonetti takes low for ball 3. Full count here to Elliot Antonetti, with Plannell standing at second base with really almost a quarter of the way to third base already. It's a huge lead. 3-2 pitch. Antonetti takes outside, and he will walk to bring up Reese Skiles.
Yeah, good at bat there for Antonetti. Saw several pitches, made the pitcher make good pitches, and he can use those pitches for his next at bat.
That's only the third walk of the season for Antonetti. Skiles trying to go with the bunt here. fouls it off with 2 outs. Hiding the count at 0-1.
A little surprised they're bunting with 2 outs, unless it's just a purely bunting for a hit, trying to catch him by surprise.
No balls and 1 strike to Reese Skiles from Eggleston. 0-1 pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 2.
For Skiles, this is a good. He likes to take the ball to the right side anyway, so this is a good chance to do that.
No balls and 2 strikes to Skiles, and he's going to hit this one back up the middle with a chopper. Coming quickly is Tate. They're going to try and throw him out, and they're going to get him at first as Skiles just about a half a foot off the bag. And that'll do it as the Braves leave 2 on base. Have 1 hit, no runs in the bottom half of the second. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team. To be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Tim Smith with Bob Allen Ford, Ottawa. Since we've been open, we've been selling cars all over the nation. The furthest delivering a Mustang to Miami, Florida. Why do people call us from that far away? Because of our prices being so low. You're listening to me right now because you live close and can take advantage of that without driving very far. If we don't have it here, we can certainly get it for you. Our goal is not to sell you one vehicle. We want to sell you a lifetime of vehicles. Call us at 785-242-5100. Visit us online at boballenfordottawa.com.
Falcons and Braves tied at 1 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. As Ottawa leaves 2 on base in the bottom half of the second. Here in the 3rd for the Falcons, it'll be Casillas, Skelton, and Snodgrass, as that will take us to the top of the batting order as we have 8, 9, and 1. Casillas, 167 average, takes the breaking ball for a strike from Estrella. Estrella with 31 pitches through 2 innings. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. He did not go around on. They'll appeal to first base. Count even at 1. 1-1 pitch. Fastball low for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch on the way, and this one's going to be hit towards left field. Tracking it is going to be Ariano. He'll catch it on the run for out number 1 as the shortstop Bannister was on his horse trying to get there, and Ariano makes the long run for the catch.
Yeah, he did have to run a long ways. I thought that the ball was hit a lot further, deeper.
When you look, and almost like the wind has shifted a little bit, starting to blow in just a tad bit more.
Right.
Breaking ball in the dirt there. As that first pitch to Skelton for ball 1.
And in the last half of the first game, we had some clouds that had moved in, but by and large, clouds have all moved out, and it's back to being high sky, blue sky, sunny weather.
This one's going to be hit deep to left field. Ariano, again, has a beat on it, makes the catch for out number 2. As Skelton caught that one. And Ariano, who came from left field, actually had a better beat on it, but it was in the vicinity of where the center fielder usually is. That time calls him off.
Yeah, good communication out there. Typically, you'd like your center fielder to take charge, but if the left fielder says he's got it, let him have it.
2 outs here for the Falcons in the top of the third. Estrella has kept his pitch count down so far, 34 pitches. First pitch, a ball to Snodgrass. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball gets in there for strike one. We're even at 1-1. It's a good battle here. Snodgrass flew out to left in the first inning. 1-1 pitch. Again, looking to use that breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Doesn't catch it this time. Count at 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Fastball does catch the outside part of the plate, and we're even at 2.
A really good pitch there at the knees on the outer edge of the plate.
Estrella, 2-2 pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Snodgrass is going to go around for strike 3, and that does it for Friends in the third inning as we go to the bottom half. Tied at 1. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe today and never miss a score by reading the Ottawa Herald sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $24 plus tax, and that includes internet access. Call the Ottawa Herald at 242-4700, option 2.
At Beckman Motors in Garnett, you know that customer satisfaction is their #1 goal from the minute you walk into the showroom, because you're treated like family. That's what's kept loyal customers coming back for more than 35 years. Whether it's a new Buick or Chevy, a pre-owned vehicle, parts or service, Beckman Motors has an extensive inventory, competitive prices and incentives, finance options, and that customer service you'll find nowhere else. And if they don't have the vehicle you're looking for, they'll find it for you. Beckman Motors in Garnett. Online at BeckmanMotorsInc.com. Beckman Motors. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you.
Eliezer Estrella has gotten the Braves off to a nice start here in Game 2 as they are tied at 1 with the French University Falcons. And we'll see if the Braves can get the bats going as they'll start with the top of the lineup here with Ariano, who singled to short in his first plate appearance in the first inning.
So I'll be interested to see what kind of adjustments the Braves hitters make the second time through the lineup, seeing Eggleston again from the sidearm delivery.
Ariano's average up to .410 on the year. On base percentage at .507. First pitch is outside for ball 1. One ball and no strikes. One 1-0 pitch. And Ariano turns on it, goes right by Puga. And I think they are going to score this as a single. It was hard hit, and it was on a sharp line as it goes between the legs of Puga. So Ariano back-to-back singles to start this one for the Braves. As he had a single in the first and now a single in the third.
Yeah, I would agree, Casey. That ball was struck well. It was on the first baseman before he really had a chance to react to it.
See if Dan Meyer can continue to keep the Braves going here in the third, and he does as he gets plunked in the back. And just like that, Braves with runners on first and second and no outs. As Eggleston not happy with himself.
Dan Meyer picks up his second hit by pitch of the day.
And that one I think might have hit him a little more square.
Yes.
As he tries to jog it off. And they're going to have a discussion here on the pitching mound with Eggleston. Try and slow this Braves rally.
Yeah, it's always tough when a catcher takes a hit by pitch. They work behind the plate, get beat up that way, and then get drilled by the pitcher.
And Friends will break here after a quick discussion with Eggleston. It's Corona behind the plate here, just talking with the umpire. Taking a little bit of time. And stepping in will be Kyle Bannister, the shortstop. Struck out in the first inning. Seen Ottawa really get things moving on the base paths all afternoon. We'll see if there's a bunt here. And he will show bunt, and it's fouled right back to the screen. So we were both ready to make that play, Matt, if it did come to us. We were ready.
We were ready.
I think you were more ready than I was. So. Here we have the screen, and then we also have the press box, so you don't have to have your glove on hand.
But just in case.
No balls and 1 strike. 2 Bannister. And they're going to try a pickoff move to second base. Eggleston doesn't make the throw. They'll just hang on to it. Bottom of the 3rd inning, tied at 1 between Ottawa and Friends in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Friends took the first game 15-5. And watching Puga over at first base, he is really trying to stretch out. I think when he had to lay out for that first play of the game, might have tweaked either the groin or the hamstring a little bit, but he is really trying to stay loose. Pitch here, and Ottawa goes hit and run, but it's fouled away for strike 2.
Yeah, that was I think in that case, I think that was a good swing. I'm not sure that the third baseman or that they were going to get the base stolen at third.
No balls and 2 strikes. 2 Bannister. Pitch is outside and trying to stake third, and he is going to be safe at third as gliding by for Ottawa was Ariano. And he somehow manages to get his hand back on before the second tag came.
Exactly.
I thought he might have been out the first time.
Right.
Very close. But now runners at the corners here with no one out.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I think Coach Grinder's not happy that Sanders didn't move up to second on the play at third.
Now Corona comes out, gives some hand signals to his infielders. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Eggleston. And striking out will be Bannister for out number 1. And big K there for Eggleston.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Eggleston's now hoping that he can get a ground ball double play to get him out of the inning.
It's the 5th strikeout here early on for Eggleston as Jordan Henning will look to drive in a run here for the Braves here in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch of the at-bat here, and the runner started to go and then came back, and it's a fastball for a strike on the outer part of the plate. A lot of mind games here being played by both coaches.
Exactly. Sometimes when that runner at first busts the run and the catcher jumps up and tries to catch the ball, he'll drag the ball out of the strike zone and take a strike away from his pitcher. So advantage for Ottawa in this particular case.
And they're trying to throw out Sanders at first, and Ariano went down the line pretty hard on the third base side, but stays on the bag. Sanders able to slide back with the right hand. Pitch from Eggleston outside for ball 1, and the count evens at 1-1.
You know, having the threat of the runner at first trying to steal the bag really put some extra pressure on the pitcher and the catcher to execute here.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Braves with runners on the corners. One pitch. Ottawa with runners moving to second, and taking the base is Sanders. So now runners at second and third, but that is the second strike on hitting. And it doesn't really matter what you do on the base paths, you know, if Eggleston is to continue to strike out great batters.
Right.
But now you do have runners second, third. That eliminates that double play ball,
which is important here. And a base hit probably scores 2.
And this inning did double to left in his last at bat. Pitch to hitting, and he's going to strike out for the second out of the third inning. And that brings Plannell to the plate. Plannell batting 5th for the Braves. Ottawa with runners at second and third, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, we're tied at 1. Eggleston's first pitch, a strike to Plannell. As Eggleston has really battled back in this inning.
Yeah, he continues to make quality pitches here. Braves hitters are just swinging over the top of that off-speed pitch that's down in the zone.
0-1 pitch. Plannell fires this one foul and out of play. Oh, 0-2 count to Julio Plannell, who has to protect here behind in the count. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. Count goes to 1-2. Plannell, .216 average. No home runs, 8 RBIs. And has an on-base percentage of around .350. 1-2 pitch coming from Eggleston. Inside, and Plannell finds a way to foul it back. Keep the count at 1-2.
Yeah, Casey, I'm not sure that pitch was so far inside that it doesn't hit him if he's not swinging. That ball really rode into the right-hander.
One and 2 the count. Runners at second and third here in the bottom of the third inning. Tied at 1. The 1-2 to Plannell. Fastball high. Plannell takes 4-2. Count even at 2-2 to Julio Plannell. 2-2 pitch outside, and Plannell strikes out. And that does it for the Braves in the third inning. They leave 2 on base, have no runs on 1 hit. As we head to the fourth, you're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
Technology, mobile banking. I totally heart my bank.
Kansas State Bank, a better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Imagine winning $5,000 for your favorite local charity. You could by entering the Grain for Good sweepstakes.
I'm Mark Johnson, your local Bears cereal expert. We're giving 10 cereal growers the chance to give back to their community. Visit grainforgood.com for official rules and to enter.
Enter by March 31st. 10 entries will be randomly selected. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Still tied at 1 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. This game's moved along nicely here compared to Game 1. You've got some updated scores from around the KCAC.
And just a couple updates here real quick. Sterling beats McPherson 5-3 in Game 1, and McPherson leads Sterling 5-2 in the 6th. And also, York beat Avila 8-6, and Oklahoma Wesleyan 17, Tabor 4.
So a nice response from the Eagles after their loss to Tabor yesterday, and quickly Estrella out to 0-2 on Quimby here to start the 4th inning. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and Danmeyer took that one right to the quad on that right leg. Never easy.
He will definitely want some ice this evening.
Luckily, I think the turf might have deadened it just a little bit.
Yes.
I think off the dirt, that one just kind of skips on you, but
the turf, you get a little bit of a bounce.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Delivery from Estrella, breaking ball. Tried to work that inside part of the plate. A little low for ball 2. Quimby grounded to short in the 1st inning. 2-2 pitch is going to be grounded to third, but is going to go out of play for a foul ball. Two balls and 2 strikes. Estrella facing Quimby. Pitch. Be roped to third. Planell, great play. Goes to first quickly and gets the out. As Planell probably saves 2 bases there.
Absolutely. That ball was headed straight to the corner. And that's a great play that he can make. That gives him a chance on turf, too. Ball takes a good hop. It's hit hard, but it takes a true hop to him and allows him to go to a knee and field it and then get up and throw a strike across the diamond.
Looks like we do have a pinch hitter here, as that's going to be Josh Drury, who is going to pinch hit for Puga. And we had talked about that potential injury to Puga, and that's a real shame for this Friends club.
Yeah, Puga had been having a great day today as well, swinging the bat for Friends.
So it is Josh Drury, the sophomore from Pueblo, Colorado. Just a sophomore, and he faces Estrella, and he takes a slider on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Drury, who, looking at the statistics on the year, it's only his 3rd plate appearance, does not have a hit. Estrella fastball outside for ball 1. The count is at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Again, breaking ball. Finds the corner for strike 2. One-two pitch. Breaking ball high as the count goes even at 2-2. Drury rocking the red batting gloves and the all-red bat.
He's making it all match.
Can't miss it. 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside as the count goes full at 3-2.
Maybe if his bat was on fire, it would add some more effect to it.
3-2 pitch. Outside corner. Gets him looking for strike 3 as Estrella gets the upside down K. That is out number 2 here in the top of the 4th. And it's strikeout number 2 for Estrella. That'll bring up Emilio Navarro. First pitch to Navarro is a little low for ball one. One-0 pitch. Very close, but a little high. Count goes to 2-0. You have to be careful here with Navarro. He's already put a charge into a couple here this afternoon, and he's looking for something good here at 2-0. 2-0 pitch is a fastball, maybe a little below the knees, but it's called a strike.
Yeah, the umpires today have shown that they like to call that pitch down in the zone.
Navarro had the triple in the second inning. Had a home run, grand slam in the first game. 2-1 pitch outside for ball three. And this is one where Navarro's going to be looking for the green light. He didn't really even take a peek down to third base. He knew what that was going to be there. And Estrella throws this one in the dirt and is going to send Navarro down to first base with a walk. And with 2 outs, first base open, maybe not the worst decision there.
Right, no, not at all. Live and fight another day.
Well, with the way Navarro swung the bat, I don't blame Estrella in that situation. DH Ricardo Paris, and they're going to call a balk on Estrella. So that sends Navarro down to second base. And I didn't see a whole lot in it there, Matt.
Yeah, it must have been a twitch when he turned to look at the runner at first.
So Navarro down to second base. Estrella's pitch blows this one by Paris for strike one.
Estrella humped up on that fastball. I think he was a little agitated about the balk call. No balls and one strike. Paris singled to left field in the second inning, had an RBI. This one's hit deep to left field. See if the center fielder, Berger, can make the play, and does with the sun in his face. And Estrella works around that walk. And no runs on no hits for Friends in the top of the fourth. You're listening to Braves Baseball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. No doubt you've seen the construction in South Ottawa, and by now you know your new hometown home improvement store is Home Base. But what you may not know is that now's your chance to join the team. The new Home Base is hiring full-time employees for all departments as they open the new expansion. That's right, their expansion means now you have expanding opportunities or great pay with a company that values its employees. Stop by today at 2138 South Princeton Circle Drive and fill out your application to join the team at the new Home Base.
So we head to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be batters 6, 7, and 8 for the Braves of Paramore, Berger, and Antonetti. As they will face Eggleston, who had 2 strikeouts in the last inning, and total is now up to 7.
It is a deceptive motion that he has, and the Braves hitters right now are struggling to make contact consistently with his pitch.
Eggleston will face the lefty Paramore to start the inning. Braves got 1 run in the first, Friends with 1 run in the second. First pitch is outside, but it is called a strike, and Paramore couldn't believe himself on that one.
Yeah, that pitch did look to be a bit wide of the zone.
Eggleston set, a 1 pitch. And Paramore gets one he could hit, swings over the top of it, and the count goes to 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes, as Paramore struck out in the second inning. He's going to hit this one right at the third baseman, Casilla, for out number 1.
Yeah, he hit it hard, just tough luck right at him.
And Casilla, see what he is listed at height-wise. He's listed at 5'6", so you really have to hit it right at him.
Yeah, directly.
First pitch going to catch the inside part of the plate. That's Blake Berger, the center fielder. He also struck out in the second inning. 0-1 pitch to Berger. Inside, 4-1, and the count goes to 1-1. Eggleston, 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. And it's just to see Eggleston really does a lot of movement with that right foot. Just kind of taps it 3 or 4 times. Maybe just wanting to stay in constant motion, I guess.
I think so. It's a little bit of that. Set, reset.
1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll strike out Berger. As that one again on the outside part of the plate, Berger reaching. That's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. So Elliot Antonetti trying to get something started for the Braves. Does lead this team in home runs with 3. First pitch to Antonetti catches the corner for strike 1. We were talking about in the break about the amount of pitches that Eggleston has thrown, and he's been able to work quickly here in the 4th.
Yes. I think Braves hitters would be happy to see someone else at this point.
Antonetti swings over the top of this one for strike 2, and quickly in a hole at 0-2. I'm not even sure Estrella is going to have enough time to put on a jacket or get a sip of water at this juncture. 0-2 pitch to Estrella. Excuse me, Antonetti, who strikes out. We will see Estrella after he gets about a 45-second break. And that does it for the Braves in the bottom of the 4th inning as we head to the 5th. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook, with this memorial moment about helping you deal with the loss of a pet. For many of us, our pets are family members. They're with us a long time, and we share many fond memories about them. So when a pet passes away, the grieving process is really no different than the death of any other family member. How can you cope with the loss of your four-legged friend? One of the best ways is to find someone who will let you talk through your grief and share those vivid memories of happiness with your pet. You can consider a ceremony with family and friends to help each other get through the loss. If you have children, they feel the loss very deeply too. Allow them to talk through their sadness. Many kids like to draw pictures of their pet or release balloons in their memory. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home brings you this memorial moment and provides compassionate care when you need it most. Call Lamb Roberts Funeral Home at your time of need, 242-3550, or visit lamb-roberts.com.
Braves and Falcons tied at 1 as we head to the 5th inning. As Estrella will face Corona, who grounded into a double play in the 2nd inning, followed by Tate and Casillas. First pitch from Estrella, call the ball. Breaking ball must have been in the lower half of the zone. A 1-0 count to Corona. Pitch is going to be roped into right field over the head of the second baseman, Skiles, for a base hit.
Yeah, again, just another good piece of hitting. Corona has shown all day he likes to pitch down in the zone.
And he will get a pinch runner here. And coming in a pinch run for him will be Coogan, the freshman outfielder. So Friends trying to get something started. Both teams have put zeros on the board the last 2 innings. The Braves have put on zeros on the board the last 3 after scoring 1 in the first. Friends scored in the second. So trying to start something here in the 5th. Quick bunt. And they're saying the bunt attempt there from Tate, it will be called a foul ball.
Yeah, when he bunt down as he took off to run while he was still in the box, the ball came up and re-hit him while he was in the box. So it's a dead ball, even though the ball rolled into fair territory.
No balls and 1 strike to Tate. Breaking ball. Tate shows bunt, then pulls it back. Count at 1-1. Dalton Tate popped to second in the 2nd inning, batting .333, 1 home run, 4 RBIs.
Plannell may be thinking about the Butcher Boy play that they ran in Game 1. Do I really want to charge that hard?
And Estrella with a quick throw over to first to check on the runner. As John Coogan gets back quickly. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coogan on the run. This one's popped up to center. Coming in hard is Berger, who almost overruns it. Does make the play with the left hand. Is sprinting back quickly is Coogan. But that could have been disastrous, really, for both clubs, as Coogan was going on the hit and run, but realized quickly that Berger was going to make the play. And for Ottawa, Berger could have easily overrun that ball.
Yes, that's actually a tough play. He had to come so far to get it. And it just hung up a little bit longer.
1 out here in the 5th inning, as it will be Martin Casillas. And almost getting Coogan this time is Estrella. But does get back in time. Tate popped up in the 2nd inning to the second baseman, Reese Skiles. Breaking ball to Casillas, not able to hang on to that corner. 4-1. Start to wonder if some shadows will start creeping in a little bit over the next couple of innings. You can already see it behind home plate. They have a pitch out here as Estrella was already going down to the ground, as that is ball 2.
Yeah, and I think the angle of the field here, and as the sun begins to set, center field, right field, the sun's going to get a little tougher on those guys.
We've already seen a couple situations on pop-ups where that's been a problem. Fastball catches the middle of the plate this time for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to Casillas, with Coogan on first base. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning between Ottawa and Friends, tied at 1. Check it, Coogan again. It hits the umpire, and a lucky break for the Braves, as that one should have really resulted in Coogan going to second. The umpire trying to walk it off here down the first base line.
Yeah, no, that was very fortunate. And I think the angle of that ball, he would have definitely got second and might have had a chance, depending on how it ricocheted, to look at third.
Yeah, some awkward angles for sure here at KCKCC Baseball Complex. 3-1 pitch, and this one's hit straight up in the air to Berger. Keeps the glove in front of him and makes the play for out number 2. And again, it looked like another hit and run.
Yeah, the runner looked like he was definitely in motion.
So 2 outs here in the 5th. Ottawa 1 run on 3 hits. Friends with 1 run on 3 hits. Ottawa's left 4 on base. Evan Skelton to the plate here for Friends, and And you think about it, this is a very important at-bat for the Braves, especially because you can't get Skelton out here. You turn it over to Snodgrass, and you have to expect there would be a couple players on base. It's important to get this out here. Fastball inside, catches the corner for strike one, and we go even at one.
Yeah, really good pitch there. Drove that ball to the inner half of the plate to the right-hander. Which also helps you set up if you decide you want to go away here.
And Estrella steps off the rubber.
I don't see any action in the Braves bullpen. Casey, do you see any in the Friends side?
A couple players just kind of warming the arm, but there's no one throwing currently, so might be one. They're hitting some grounders to him, so I'm assuming that's definitely not the pitcher. So maybe trying to get a couple position players ready.
Game of fungo golf might have broken out.
This one's going to be fouled into the Ottawa dugout by Skelton, and the count goes to 2-2. Estrella looking to get out of the inning. Skelton, 0-77 hitter, who flied to left in the third inning. Pitch from Estrella. Quick pitch is fouled back as the count goes to 2-2. And Coogan was running the whole way.
Yeah. Estrella needs to make sure he comes set so he doesn't get called for a balk. And you're right, that last pitch was a quick pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Friends with a runner on first. We're still tied at 1. This one's going to be hit off the fist, and unable to make the catch is Planell. Runner takes a wide turn at second, but Planell with good speed able to get the ball and just keep it to a single.
That ended up being just a little bit of tough luck there. I mean, it was a pretty good pitch, and he just fisted it literally over the third baseman's head into left field.
And the situation you didn't want to see, your head coach Gabe Grinder right now, is Snodgrass coming to the plate. And Estrella steps off for just a second to readjust his hat. Probably take a deep breath and get locked in here on this at-bat with Snodgrass. That is 2 hits in the inning for Friends, who up to this point only had 3 total hits. Actually, 2 total hits coming into the inning, 4 total in the game, and a first pitch strike from Estrella. Catches the outside part of the plate. The count at 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch from Estrella again, breaking ball right down the middle. And the count at 0-2.
The question becomes, do you triple up here? Another breaking pitch?
Snodgrass has shown the ability to drive the ball. 0-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 1, and Snodgrass not looking to go after it there. The count to 1-2.
Definite game of cat and mouse here.
1-2 pitch from Estrella. Again, trying to work the outer part of the plate. It's the ball outside, and the count of 2-2. Runner at first and second, as that's Skelton and Coogan at second base. Skelton at first. Snodgrass at the plate. He flied to left in the first and struck out swinging in the third. Bottom of the 5th inning, tied at 1. Pitch on the way is in the dirt, and we're at full count at 3-2, so everyone will be moving here.
I think you definitely want to go get this guy. Although Quimby hasn't had many at-bats on the year.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th. Runners at first and second for the Falcons. Make that top of the 5th. Pitch on the way, and Snodgrass is going to strike out He's going to try and run down the first as that one landed in the dirt, but a good throw from Danmeyer over to Paramore, and that does it for the Falcons in the 5th inning as we head to the bottom of the 5th, and we're tied at 1. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323. Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe today and never miss a score by reading the Ottawa Herald sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $24 plus tax, and that includes internet access. Call the Ottawa Herald at 242-4700, option 2.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today, because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission is your place for activities and other programs designed to keep the members of our community active and healthy. Visit us at the GOT Building or online at orcottawaks.org to see recreation options for all ages. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bring recreation to life.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning for Ottawa. They're tied at 1-1 with Friends. It's going to be Skiles, and then top of the lineup with Ariano and Danmeyer. Skiles grounded to short in the 2nd inning. As Eggleston takes the mound for the 5th. He has gotten himself in a nice groove. First pitch is going to be hit down the first base line, as Eggleston will get the flip from the first baseman Drury for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out. And Eggleston, we've had 9 total pitches in the last inning, has 1 pitch and 1 out.
Yeah, 10 pitches?
For 4 batters?
For 4 batters.
That's how you keep yourself in the game if you're a starting pitcher.
Exactly.
So quickly to the plate will be Ariano. First pitch coming from Eggleston is looked pretty good, maybe a little high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. 2 singles tonight for Ariano. Had a single in the first and a single in the third as he takes a fastball inside for strike 1.
Yeah, Eggleston was able to get that pitch just under the hands for the strike.
The 1-1 pitch. Outside and low for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. This one also outside again. Count goes to 3-1. They're really not trying to go after Ariano, who's had some success against the righty, but you'd have to think the lefties have a good chance against Eggleston just because that fastball works right back to him.
Exactly.
3-1 pitch. Ariano is going to hit this one off the side of the bat. It's going to be a tough angle. Coming in hard is the left fielder, and it drops in front of him. As Snodgrass can't pick it up, and it's a base hit for Ariano, who's 3 of 3 today here in Game 2.
Maybe not the prettiest of base hits, but it goes down in the book as a line drive, I think.
Yeah, that was a hard hit single.
Hard hit single. At this point in the game, the Braves will take any way to get a guy on base, give him a chance here.
Exactly right. In a 1-1 game, it doesn't matter. It just matters how you get on base and how you score runs. Ariano at first. Danmeyer takes a fastball strike. He goes behind in the count at 0-1. One out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This 7-inning contest here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Ariano at first base. Danmeyer at the plate for the Braves. We're tied at 1. 0-1 pitch. Danmeyer shoots this one down the right side and foul. And Meyer 0 for 2. Make that 0 for 1. He struck out in the first and then was hit by a pitch in the third. They're trying to throw out Ariano at first, almost gets him, but he does slide back in time.
Yeah, they've really kept an eye on him today, in particular in Game 2.
Counted 0-2 here to Dan Meyer. Eggleston ready. He'll deliver. Runner going is Ariano. Good throw down to second, and Ariano safe with a good slide. Going with the leg instead of going head first. But Dan Meyer strikes out for the first out of the fifth inning. Make that the second out of the fifth inning, as Skiles grounded out to start the inning.
So now runner in scoring position, 2 outs. That's how you earn big money. Big 2-out hit here, get the Braves on top.
So the shortstop, Kyle Bannister, looking to drive in Ariano. First pitch of his at-bat from Eggleston, and they're going to have time called here from Bannister as Eggleston continued to check back on Ariano at second.
Ariano needs to remember the funky move that he has to second.
First pitch to Bannister, high and outside for ball 1.
Maybe not funky, we'll call it unorthodox.
No balls, 1 strike. 1 ball, no strikes. And the funky move that time, and that was very close to being a balk, but Ariano gets back in time. And Eggleston you just don't see it very often. It is a very unique move that he has to second base.
Yeah, it's almost like he squats and then turns. That's part of his motion.
1-0 pitch, and again they're going to try the pickoff move to second base. And Ariano quickly back to second.
And just notice there, he's making contact with the end of the rubber.
1 ball, no strikes. Eggleston, this one's hit up and over the head of the center fielder, and that is going to easily score Ariano. And Navarro, not sure if it was because of the sun and trying to take third and able to get into third base is Bannister with a triple. Impressive running there by Bannister to take third base when he had a stand-up double, but again, Navarro coming in hard from center field just completely misjudged it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Casey. I think the sun may have played a little bit of that, and an outfielder will tell you that the hardest ball for them is a line drive directly at him, to judge from a distance perspective, depth-wise.
The Braves take the lead here in Game 2, 2-1, and this one's going to be hit to right field. Puts a charge into it, still running as the right fielder, still tracking. It's over his head into the wall. Turning for third is Hennig, and he's going to come in with a stand-up to third. He's going to head for home. The throw coming to home, and he's going to score with an inside-the-park home run. My goodness gracious, Jordan Hennig. And Ottawa puts 2 more on the board as they score 3 in the inning.
Yeah, that ball was really hit way up into the air into right field, and the right fielder had a long run. He was really playing in and had a long run back into the corner, and the ball kind of rattled around at the 375 mark.
The Braves, who had 1 hit, or excuse me, 1 hit over the last 3 innings, has 3 hits in this inning, and find themselves on top by the score of 4-1. That brings Julio Purnell to the plate. Slider outside for a strike as it goes to 1-1. Quinnell hit by a pitch in the second, struck out swinging in the third. This one's going to be hit down the line. Is it tailing? It is. That one, if it stays fair, might have had a chance to get out of the ballpark. So a long strike for Julio Quinnell.
Looks like we have some action in the Braves bullpen. Coney Hamilton appears to be loosening for the Braves.
As Quinnell gets back into the box. Here's the pitch from Eggleston, and Quinnell fouls it back as the count at 1-2. You talk about aggressive base running. Grinder down at third base knew that the throw coming from the outfield was kind of botched by the cutoff man and able to send his runner home. Breaking ball there, tough one to lay off for Quinnell, but he stays off of it. It's called a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Braves have scored 3 in the inning, and they lead 4-1 here in Game 2. After an inside-the-park home run from Jordan Hennick. And fighting it off to the right side is Quinnell. As the catcher having some issues here. Really stretching out that right leg.
Yeah, and when the pitch was delivered, I saw him down in kind of a half scissor, kind of almost like the, for those people that remember Tony Pena, spread out. And that was the first time I'd seen the catcher in that position really all game.
But the trainer comes out. Seems to be okay. Ottawa leading 4-1. Count 2-2 to Julio Quinnell. 2-2 pitch on the way, and it's going to catch Quinnell in the knee, and then ends up catching him either in the helmet or right under the helmet, maybe potentially the face. But another batter hit by pitch for Eggleston. And that's the second of the game for Quinnell.
Yeah, the ball hit the ground and bounced back up and got him in the face. Little love tap.
So Quinnell goes to first as Paramore steps in.
Still no action in the Friends bullpen.
Braves leading 4-1. They scored 3 here in the 5th. Stepping off the row will be Eggleston. So scurrying back to fur in now. Some action in that Friends bullpen.
So interesting watching Eggleston. His foot is in contact with the rubber, but it's at the end of the rubber. So he's literally as far to the first base side as he can be.
Paramore fouls this one back for strike 1.
Most pitchers, will place their foot in front of the rubber, touching with it to use it to drive from. And Eggleston actually just uses it as an extension for his foot so he can get closer to first.
One ball, 1 strike to Paramore. He's going to swing over this one. They're going to try and throw him out at second. Can't get it to him. As able to take second base is Quinnell.
And again, I think there was some miscommunication there with the shortstop and the second baseman about who was covering. Both were late to the bag.
So for the Braves, that's their 4th stolen base of the game. One ball, 2 strikes to Paramore. Ottawa looking to extend the lead as they lead 4-1. Pitch from Eggleston. Strike 3 from Paramore as he swings over that one. But the Braves do their damage. They score 3 in the inning. And they take a 4-1 lead as we head to the 6th. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Have you seen the Coliseum in Rome? Kind of crumbly looking, isn't it? That's because it wasn't built by C.S. Cunningham Concrete. In fact, if C.S. Cunningham had been around back then, the Leaning Tower of Pisa would simply be known as the Tower of Pisa. No lean. That's because C.S. Cunningham Concrete does it right, with fully trained and licensed workers. If they'd built the London Bridge, there'd be no song about it falling down. Commercial, residential, concrete. C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
I came here to run cross country and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team. To be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Estrella out here for the 6th inning, as he now has some insurance. As Ottawa leads 4-1, he will face Quimby, Drury, and Navarro. 2, 3, and 4 in the Friends lineup. Mention of Coney Hamilton still warming up down in that Ottawa bullpen, and definitely some action in the Friends bullpen as well. Estrella's first pitch, breaking ball for a strike. Braves adding to their tally of stolen bases on the year, and another breaking ball from Estrella finds the strike zone, as he is currently at 83 pitches. 0-2 pitch is hit deep to left field. It is going to be foul, but Quimby got all of it. That is a long strike.
Long strike. Hamilton almost had a play in the bullpen.
And Quimby grounded to short in the first, grounded to third in the fourth. 0-2 pitch. Fastball going to be hit up the middle. Bannister going to try and make a play. Goes to first, and he's safe, as he slides head first ahead of the throw to Paramore. And head coach Gabe Griner going to talk with the umpire here at first base. And it was close. It could have gone either way, I think, there, Matt.
I would agree. I think Coach Grinder's just going to go out and ask the umpire, tell me what you saw. Obviously Coach Grinder has a different angle than where the umpire was positioned. And not too much of an exchange, really.
As Estrella playing catch here with the third baseman, Flanell. As Drury, who struck out looking his first plate appearance as he came on for Troy Puga in the 4th inning. Comes to the plate. Ottawa leading 4-1 here in the top of the 6th inning of this 7-inning game, and this one's going to be looped into right field for a base hit, and it dies right there. And luckily for Ottawa, Quimby not paying a lot of attention there, could have really rounded second hard and headed for third. As right now this grass maybe a little thicker as it just died there. Didn't have any type of roll or anything after it.
No, it looked like somebody hit a wedge into a green.
It actually came back. I think you could be right. And now you've got Navarro at the plate. Who had the grand slam in game 1. Facing Estrella. He's given up back-to-back base hits for the first time all afternoon. So Estrella versus Navarro. And this one's hit deep to left field. Going back, still going back, and making the catch out in left field for Ottawa's Ariano. And a big out there for Estrella.
Yeah, that ball was well struck.
But Navarro has really gotten a hold of a couple here today, and he is going to be a problem going forward for every team in the KCAC. So 1 out here in the 6th. Coming to the plate will be Ricardo Paris, the designated hitter. Still runners on first and second, one out here in the top of the sixth. Estrella gets the sign from Dan Meyer. Delivers the first pitch. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, really good pitch right there. Way to get ahead. Estrella's looking for pitcher's best friend here. Ground ball double play and get him out of the inning.
No balls, one strike. Pitch inside, and this is going to be popped straight up in the infield. And making the catch, as that is the infield fly rule. 2 outs. After Estrella gave up back-to-back singles to start the sixth inning, he gets the fly out from Navarro and the infield fly rule from Paris. As Corona, the left-handed hitting catcher, heads to the plate.
Really need to bear down here. Sometimes teams and players have a tendency to relax with 2 outs and lose a little bit of focus that can cost you. You got to stay dialed in right here.
And Corona calls time and will step out of the box. First pitch to the at-bat, called a strike on the outside part of the plate.
One thing we've seen with Corona all day is he likes to pitch down in the zone.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. 0-1 pitch. A little outside for ball one. Corona grounded into a double play in the second and singled to right in the fifth. He is 1 for 2 today. 1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball as it goes to 2-1. Braves leading 4-1 in the top of the sixth. One swing of the bat here by Corona, though, could change all that. Estrella peers in. We'll get the sign from Dan Meyer. Ready for the 2-1 pitch. And swinging right by it is Corona for strike 2. Count it 2-2. Top of the sixth, runners at first and second. Estrella looking to get out of this inning. 2-2 pitch. High fastball. Sends the count to full. And Matt, do you think of going with a breaking ball here? Or you just keep trying to pour in the fastball here with a full count?
I'd go with whatever pitch today you have the most comfort with.
That backdoor sliders worked really well for him.
Exactly.
Over the last 3 or 4 bats. We'll see if he goes there. 3-2 pitch. Fastball outside. That's going to be a ball. And a walk. It sends Corona down to first base. And the bases are loaded here in the sixth.
Again, not a terrible thing.
As Coogan will pinch run for Corona at first base, and they are going to come talk to him. This might be it for Estrella. We'll wait and see. The Coney Hamilton, who has had a pretty successful year so far for the Braves, is waiting in the bullpen.
You know, this may be as much Coach Grinder going out to have a chance to settle his pitcher down just slightly, remind him that he's still 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. You know, just get him to focus, and actually maybe just as much to judge the mental state of the pitcher to determine whether or not he goes to the pen or not. for this.
As they will break the meeting, Estrella on the mound here. He faces Dawson Tate, who popped to second in the second inning and flied to center in the fifth. Just wait for the umpire to get set here. And we are good to go as Tate looks to step into the box. Bases are loaded here in the top of the sixth. Ottawa leading 4-1, but Friends threatening. Estrella's going to work out of the windup. First pitch, fastball, a little high above the belt for ball one. The 1-0 pitch coming from Estrella. Breaking ball high, almost hits Tate, and the count goes to 2-0, and Estrella frustrated. Because now he is in a hole at 2-0. Pitch. Fastball low for ball three.
And obviously, at this point, you want him to throw a strike. I know that everybody in the stands is probably yelling, "Throw a strike!" And trust me, as a pitcher on the mound, that's what he wants to do.
As Tate will step out here with a 3-0 count. Real pitch, and he will hum it in there for strike one. Lady Braves softball gets the victory in game 2, 4-3. So they sweep Sterling today. 6-4, the final in game 1. Estrella's pitch on 3-1 is going to be hit to right field, and this could be trouble. It is over the head of the right fielder hitting. And they're going to send all 3 runners home. It's coming to the plate and scoring from third. And trying to take third and thrown out, going from second to third, is going to be the batter, Tate. And that ends the inning. But a 3-run double from Tate ties this one up at 4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Braves Baseball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
It doesn't matter if you're in the game or just working around the house. Injuries can happen, but not all of them require a trip to the ER. Ransom Memorial Health's Express Care Clinic can help. They're now open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Ransom Memorial Health, providing you with remarkable care. Visit ransom.org.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. I invite you to visit lamb-roberts.com.
Puppies, kids, and Saturday night poker parties can all wreak havoc with your home's floors and furniture. Time to call Super Stan's Cleaning Service. Stan knows a thing or two about cleaning spots and stains, because over 40 years in business, he's seen a spot or two. Using hot water extraction steam to clean carpet, upholstery, grout and tile, and VCT towel maintenance, your spots and stains won't stand a chance. Let Stan be your cleaning man. Call 785-418-2463 or on Facebook at Super Stan's Cleaning Service.
Friends gets a 3 RBI double from Dawson Tate to tie it up at 4 before he was thrown out at trying to take third base there. That, it turns out, even though you look at the glass half full, I guess, Friends doesn't get a chance to take the lead. Now you come back to hit here in the bottom of the 6th with a chance to retake the lead as we are tied at 4.
Exactly. In Eggleston, you've seen him now a couple times. So, and the Ottawa hitters have made a couple good adjustments in the last couple of bats. So, there's no reason at this point in being confident to step in and take some good swings.
Berger, Antonetti, and Skiles here in the bottom of the 6th as Berger takes his first pitch fastball for a strike on the inside heart of the plate. Oh, 1 pitch. Fastball pretty close to the same location this time. It's called a ball. It goes to 1-1. Berger struck out swinging in the second and struck out swinging in the fourth. 1-1 pitch, outside for ball 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Excuse me, 2 balls, 1 strike. To Berger, and he takes fastball high for ball 3. Berger 174 average, no home runs, 1 RBI. 3-1 on the way. Fastball inside for ball 4. And the Braves get a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 6th.
Yep, you always want to try to get your leadoff guy on in late innings, tight game situations.
This is a situation where I'm sure Friends is going to try and pitch around Antonetti, and he just needs to kind of take what they give him. I don't think they're going to give him a whole lot, but you see how much space is out there in right field, and Berger having to slide back quickly.
Yeah, this is a point where you can play it a couple different ways. Try to go after Antonetti and then deal with Skiles, or try to pitch around Antonetti with the idea that Skiles comes to the plate and see what happens.
Pitch to Antonetti on the inner half of the plate for strike 1, and that's probably going to be one Antonetti was not expecting to get as good of a look as that one.
Exactly. Sometimes those mistake pitches are the best looking pitches.
Oh, 1 pitch on the way, and Antonetti swings over the top of that one. He's behind in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, he took a big hack.
No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first base, no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, 2 pitch to Antonetti, and he strikes out. And we will have a pinch hitter here for Ottawa. This is going to be number 31, Cole Davis. 6-foot freshman from Edmond, Oklahoma, transfer from Oklahoma Baptist University. As he will pinch hit for Reese Skiles. Davis listed at 225. And they will throw over to first. He's definitely hit the weight room hard since coming to Ottawa, that's for sure. First pitch here to Davis. He's outside for ball 1. Davis batting 150. No home runs, 2 RBIs.
If you were comparing him to players from last year's team, it'd be similar to Dalton Rankin in terms of stature and build.
1 ball, no strikes. Oh, and they're caught in a pickle one more time. As they are going to try. They've got him in a rundown, and he will be tagged at first as Berger for the out. And that is the first out. Excuse me, out number 2 in the 6th inning. So now base is empty for Davis.
Those are the kind of plays that will drive a coach crazy.
Just a mental breakdown, really.
Yeah. Know the situation, know the count. I know everybody makes mistakes.
Yep, yeah, it just happens sometimes. Pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Davis. Two-0 pitch in there for a strike. It goes to 2-1 with the fastball. High for ball 3. And Eggleston losing a little bit of command here. Have to expect this is his last batter. If he, maybe with a walk, you leave him in for one more. But if Davis makes contact, is able to get on base, you have to think this is it for him. 3-1 pitch. Davis swings hard, and it's fouled back off the mask of the catcher.
Yeah, that was a good pass at the ball.
The count has gone full.
Does look like Friends has someone up loosening or
right-hander from my angle. Full count to Davis. Bottom of the 6th, we're tied at 4. Three-two pitch, and Davis takes ball 4. So here comes Ariano with a man on.
Yep.
We will have a pinch runner here for Ottawa. As that is going to be Skiles who will re-enter. Ariano 3 for 3 in this game. 3 singles.
Kind of sprayed the ball all over the field.
Really just had a good day in general. Average up to 429 now for the sophomore. And he's hit on the backside on the first pitch from Eggleston. Runners will move up as Skiles goes to second. And that one was not a whole lot Ariano could do to even get out of the way on that pitch.
Nope, he was it was like throwing darts. He was stuck.
Luckily for Ariano, Eggleston's not bringing it in there with the same velocity he was early on, and that was a breaking ball. So Bannister to swing the bat here, and Skiles is going to be picked off at second base by Eggleston. And head coach Gabe Grider talking to Reese Skiles as the Braves unable to score any runs in the bottom half of the 6th inning as we head to the 7th. You're listening to Braves Baseball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
The City of Ottawa makes it easy for you to stay informed and be part of your community by visiting their website, ottawaks.gov. You can sign up for city alerts and city news, report an issue you'd like to see taken care of, even pay your bill online. It's where the city and citizens come together online at ottawaks.gov.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Braves bring in really the top of the class here is in the way of relievers with a Cody Hamilton as he makes his 11th appearance on the season, 2.20 ERA, 1-0 record. That's 16 innings pitched and has a total of 16 strikeouts in those 16 innings, and a player that came on strong towards the end of last year for this team and has really asserted himself as a leader out of the bullpen.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Casey. And he's really got two good pitches, his fastball, and he sets it up well with a good curveball.
So we're in the 7th inning. Tied at 4 is Hamilton's first pitch fastball right down the middle as he faces Casillas. Casillas 0 for 2, 2 flyouts as Hamilton drops in a 12-6 curve right in the middle of the plate, and Casillas really frozen, and he's behind at 0-2.
Yeah, when his curveball's working, it is really good.
0-2 pitch from Hamilton. He strikes him out on 3 pitches.
Hamilton's curveball has similar action to Adam Wainwright. Not saying Hamilton's the same as Adam Wainwright.
Hamilton, the 5'10 senior from Haiku Maui, Hawaii, from the College of Siskiyous. First pitch on this at bat is a breaking ball outside to Skelton. Skelton, who got the rally started in the 5th inning for Friends, had a single. He fouls this one over the top of us. The count goes even at 1-1. One ball, one strike. Top of the 7th inning. 1 out. 1-1 pitch. Hamilton's breaking ball in there for a strike. As it gets to 1-2.
Hamilton just looks really comfortable on the mound right now.
And stepping into the box and quickly out of the box is the batter, Skelton. One-two pitch from Hamilton. Fastball in the dirt. Count goes even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. To Skelton, delivery from Hamilton, drops in there, and he's going to get him looking, and a look of disgust and a shake of the head there by Skelton, as he will take a seat on the bench for out number 2.
Really good pitch there by Acone. He just dropped it in just under the hands of the right-handed hitter for strike 3. And Skelton wanted no part of that pitch. Snodgrass almost takes one off the shoulder on pitch number 1, but gets out of the way in time for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Drops in there for strike 1. Snodgrass has struck out his last 2 at-bats, and this one he rips right back up the middle for a base hit. He takes a wide turn at first, but heads back to first with that base hit. Brings up Lucas Quimby with 2 outs. Friends again looking to put together a 2-out rally. I think this is the guy you really want to go after here, so you can avoid the 3, 4, 5 hitters getting to the plate in this inning.
Well, this part of the lineup that gave Ottawa problems in the last inning when they gave up 3 runs. Quimby, Drury, and Paris. Before Dawson Tate brought them all in.
And I think Quimby just fisted one over the shortstop's head, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, just kind of looped it over in that last at-bat. Breaking balls, he hit to third. Planell comes up with it. Over to first to Paramore. He makes the catch for the out. Off the bounce as Ottawa heads to the 7th inning, needing one run to win it. You're listening to Braves Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
There's no doubt a cold Kansas winter is headed our way. Is your heater up to the challenge? Call the pros at Adamson Brothers to make sure. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
This is Chase Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. I recently joined my father in business, and I am looking forward to working with families in Miami and Franklin County. Lewisburg will be my home base, and I am eager to make friends and meet the neighbors.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Have you seen the Coliseum in Rome? Kind of crumbly looking, isn't it? That's because it wasn't built by C.S. Cunningham Concrete. In fact, if C.S. Cunningham had been around back then, the Leaning Tower of Pisa would simply be known as the Tower of Pisa. No lean. That's because C.S. Cunningham Concrete does it right, with fully trained and licensed workers. If they'd built the London Bridge, there'd be no song about it falling down. Commercial, residential, concrete. C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
Pitching change here for the Falcons to start the 7th inning, as this is going to be Bobby Stewart, the 5'11 junior, right-handed pitcher from Naples, Florida, but it shows he's actually a lefty as he's out here throwing, so unless he's got a reversible glove or he's just, showing off, he is a left-handed pitcher from Naples, Florida, Bethune-Cookman University. And Stewart, numbers on the season. This is his second appearance. His first appearance, he had 3 innings of no-run ball. Gave up 3 hits, had 2 strikeouts. One of those hits was a double, and has an opponent average of 250. Braves will send up 2, 3, and 4. Danmeyer, Bannister, and Hennig to face the lefty. So Ottawa has seen the last of Eggleston.
I think many Ottawa hitters would say thank you.
Danmeyer struck out swinging in the 1st and the 5th, and then was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. First pitch for Stewart, the fastball that jams him on the hands, and no, they're going to say it was fouled off the foot of Danmeyer, and he is going to be sore tonight. Been hit by 2 pitches, one in the first game, one in the second game. Has taken a couple deflections at behind the plate.
Ball on the quad. Ball off the foot.
That is the life of a catcher, though.
Yes, it is.
No balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way, and that hits Danmeyer one more time.
Who put the ball magnet in his pocket today?
Oh, no. They're going to... Oh, okay. First he pointed like he was going to make him come back to the plate. Oh, he is going to make him come back. The pitcher pointed that Danmeyer tried to turn into the pitch. And the umpire is going to bring him back. And they're going to bring Danmeyer back.
And he's assessed a strike.
So, trying to remember what the count was. I believe he was behind in the count. So it is 2-2. Fastball outside.
At least I believe so. That's what the umpire signaled. We may have to wait for the umpire.
Waiting to see what signal he gives us here. We haven't seen him put his fingers up yet. So, fastball inside, fouled off by Danmeyer. We know he's got at least 2 strikes on him now. I can tell you that. Danmeyer, 2 strikes on him. Pitch coming from Stewart. This one's going to be hit deep towards the gap to the wall, and it's going to bounce off the wall. Danmeyer, long turn at second. He's going to stay there as Nick Danmeyer with a clutch double here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Sanders will come in to run for him, but no hit bigger than that one for Dan Meyer today.
Yeah, Dan Meyer has to say, fine, bring me back. Let me bang a double off the wall.
So Sanders will stand on second base as the courtesy runner. Coming to plate for the Braves is going to be Kyle Bannister. No outs, with a man in scoring position for the Braves, who are tied at 4. Just need one run to win it here in the 7th. First pitch to Bannister. It's driven the other way down the line, and it's going to be just foul, as that one ends up in the Friends bullpen.
Yeah, and the right fielder had no idea where that ball was. He took off to the right center field gap when the ball was hit. Sun must be beginning to play a little bit of a factor at right field.
No balls and one strike. Pitch is low and in the dirt. Quickly popping up is Corona. The count at 1-1. Braves and Falcons tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch on the ways outside, 4-2. Count goes to 2-1. Anything to the right side of the infield will move Sanders to third. 2-1 pitch coming from Stewart. Inside, it's driven right at the third baseman. He'll take it on 2 steps. Throw is high, and he's going to be safe at first. And that will be an error assessed to Casillas on the throw. So Ottawa with runners at first and second, and now head coach Adam Nicias will come out and talk to the first place umpire.
I'm sure at this point he's just, again, going to ask the umpire, hey, can you check at home plate because maybe you have a better angle with your home plate umpire.
Well, and it gives your pitcher, Stewart, who thought he had just gotten it out without moving a runner over, might have gotten some confidence, and instead now he has runners at first and second. Maybe give him a chance to take a quick breather and kind of refocus. Adam Nicias in his 9th season as head coach for the Friends Falcons. Gabe Grinder in his 1st season as head coach for Ottawa. Runners at first and second for the Braves. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 run would win the game for the Braves. And the umpire down the first baseline is continuing to talk to the bench here of the Falcons. Still some chatter. Definitely writing something in his little black book over there. Maybe a verbal warning to a coach or a player.
Could be bench warning, maybe. I know Friends, it appears, is quickly warming at least 1, if not 2 pitchers.
Score remains 4-4. As Henning comes to the plate, who had the inside the park home run earlier on today, back in the 5th inning. And Henning shows bunt and pulls it back as the fastball's outside for a ball. Tied at 4. Henning doubled in the first, struck out, swinging in the 3rd, and then had that two-run inside the park homer in the 5th. They'll throw it to second. Try to get Sanders napping. He is able to get back in time.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Sanders at second, not to fall asleep. And get hung up watching the rotation of the shortstop going to cover third as the third baseman crashes to the plate on the bunt play.
And Stewart taking a lot of time on the mound right now. Henning shows bunt on the 0-1 pitch, and he'll bunt it perfectly down the third base line. Long throw. He's just going to, not even going to throw it, he's just going to bury it. Great execution by Henning to lay down the bunt down the third base line, and he earns himself an infield hit.
Well played bunt.
And the bases are loaded with no outs for Julio Planell. And Stewart will step off. Planell digs in from the right side. First pitch is a strike with a fastball down the middle. Planell hit by a pitch in the second, struck out swinging in the third, and hit by a pitch in the fifth.
Yeah, with nobody out here, Casey, obviously, just stating the obvious, just got to get the ball through the infield or in the air deep enough to the outfield to score the run.
0-1 pitch. On the way from Stewart. Planell swings at it. Might have caught him. Not only did a strike, but got hit by it. And Planell behind in the count at 0-2.
That breaking ball from the left-hander really rode in to the right-hander here.
No balls, 2 strikes to Planell. Pitch on the way. He swings at it, fouls it back to stay alive. At 0-2 as it makes its way to the backstop. Stewart shaking off a couple of signals there from his catcher. 0-2 pitch from Stewart, and he's going to strike him out for out number 1. Paramore walks to the box for the Braves here in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded. 1 out. Braves trying to take one of the 2 games this afternoon. They fell in game 1 15-5 and have a chance to win game 2 here with anything out of the infield. Infield playing almost right in on the fake grass. This one's in the dirt, is getting over to make a nice play was Corona to dive in front of it, keeping it from going all the way behind it.
Yeah, that was a nice play by the catcher. He covered a lot of territory to knock that ball down.
And Paramore, this is a tough matchup here going lefty on lefty. Doesn't have to pull it. Just take what Stewart gives you. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way to Paramore in the dirt for ball 2.
As a hitter here, you want to look for your pitch in your zone and just hit the ball hard.
2-0 pitch. Driven to center field, and this is going to be deep enough as Sanders is going to tag up and come home. And Ottawa's going to win it 5-4. And Ottawa able to take game 2 to even the series at 1 apiece over the Friends University Falcons. Braves fall 15-5 in game 1, but come back and win 5-4 in game 2 on a sac fly from Sheldon Paramore as Sanders scores from third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Braves Baseball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
I came here to run cross country and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team. To be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Cosentino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Cosentino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948. Keep up with community events with the Ottawa Herald, a trusted source for 150 years. The Ottawa Herald is a proud partner in bringing you all the relevant information of the day, and they take that responsibility very seriously. Stay up to date 24/7 at ottawaherald.com or enjoy home delivery 3 days a week. A 3-month subscription is only $24 plus tax, and that includes the internet access. Get reading today. Call the Ottawa Herald at 242-4700, option 2, or visit ottawaherald.com.
Whether it's an oil change, coolant flush, tires, bodywork, or you need your AC checked, Aaron and his staff at Beanie's Body Shop in Ottawa has been taking care of your vehicle's needs for over a decade. Call for an appointment today. Beanie's Body Shop, 785-242-4082.
Let's go bowling. Sign up now for more information on Fall 2019 bowling leagues at the new Fusion Alley, coming soon to South Ottawa. Visit FusionAlleyOttawa.com.
Welcome back as Ottawa wins on the walk-off sack fly 5-4 over Friends University in Game 2. Cody Hamilton gets the win. The loss goes to Stewart from Friends University. Ottawa got the lead in the first inning 1-0. And from there, Friends responded in the top half of the second to tie it at 1-1. Ottawa scores 3 runs in the fifth, where Friends responds in the top half of the sixth inning with 3 of their own. But then the Braves get a sac fly to win the game after the bases were loaded with 1 out from Sheldon Paramore to drive in Sanders from third base and give Ottawa a huge victory, Matt, and an opportunity to win the series potentially tomorrow.
No, you're exactly right, Casey. I think that what I was impressed with today watching the Ottawa team play, I mean, a young team that hasn't played a lot together, didn't hang their heads after the Game 1 loss, came back in Game 2 and built some momentum. And even though they made a couple maybe questionable plays, mistakes, if you want to call them that, bad plays, stuck with it and stayed in the game and gave themselves a chance to win at the end.
And even though you talk about the tough loss in Game 1, it didn't feel like a typical 10-run loss. We talked about the Braves actually ended up scoring in 5 separate innings, which is very tough to do. You had 2 innings, of course, where you gave up 5 runs apiece, but it wasn't like a game where you get blown out in any way. It definitely didn't come across that way on my end in Game 1.
Yeah, and in that game, what one of the things that you can say as a coach is you can say, hey, we won 5 innings out of the 9 innings by scoring runs when they didn't. We just have to stay away from the big inning of giving them 5 runs in 2 different innings for that. And that gives them a chance to, build on that going forward, eliminate some mistakes, make some better pitchers. And quite frankly, in Game 1 today, we threw all of our pitchers except for one were all freshmen. So giving them some introduction to KCAC play.
Well, you're right. And you talk about the young arms that came into the game early on in Game 1. How important was it for Estrella to come out and give really six good innings of ended up, not taking the win today, but able to leave it with a Cody Hamilton to pitch a quick 7th inning. But Estrella comes in and gives the Braves bullpen an opportunity to get a break after having to pitch so much in Game 1.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And that's what you would really want your ace of the staff to do, is to come in and stop streaks, stop a losing streak, or keep a streak going after a win. And, he did that. He pitched well, didn't issue a lot of walks, and was around the zone about 100 pitches, I think, for the day.
We're going to take another break. When we come back, we should have head coach Gabe Grinder with us to talk about today's doubleheader. You're listening to Braves Baseball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Every day, on average, 22 veterans take their own life. It takes a community to heal a warrior. That's where Mission 22 comes in, a nonprofit assisting veterans to help reduce the suicide rate. On Sunday, April 7th, the Gun Guys will support Mission 22 with their Shooting for a Mission benefit, a fun, fast, and furious combat-style shoot. Match cost is $25 for the first gun, $15 for each additional. T-shirts, prizes, and Pizza Village open 11 to 4, donating 22% of all sales. Register at thegunguys.net/mission22 or stop by 412 South Main in downtown Ottawa.
When nasty dark spots and stains invade your home's floors and upholstery, wait, it's a truck, SUV. No, it's Stan's cleaning service van to the rescue. With over 40 years of experience, Stan is a superhero at battling villainous stains and spots, using hot water extraction steam to clean carpet, upholstery, grout, and tile, and VCT tile maintenance. Your home will shine and smell oh so good. Let Stan be your cleaning man. Call 785-418-2463.
Hello, I'm farm broadcaster Kelly Lenz, inviting you to join me on an agricultural tour of Alaska, August 24th to September 1st. Visit the Iditarod Trail headquarters. Ride aboard the Riverboat Discovery Stern Wheeler. Try panning for gold at the historic Gold Dredge 8 and cruise the tranquil waters of the Kenai Fjords. Agricultural highlights including a muskox farm and the famous Alaska State Fair. All airfare and hotels are included. For information, call Holiday Vacations at 1-800-826-2266.
Back here at KCKCC Baseball Complex in Kansas City, Kansas, Ottawa gets the winning game 2, 5-4 over Friends University with a walk-off sac fly to get the Braves their 10th win of the season and improve to 5-8 in KCAC play. Matt, what are your final thoughts from today, and how do you feel about the Braves going into tomorrow?
You know, final thoughts for today. Very impressed that the team, after losing Game 1 and getting spread, comes back and plays hard and sticks their nose into it and grinds it out for a win in a late inning game. Those are little building blocks that you can use to build to where you want to go, especially with a young team that hasn't played. You know, tomorrow it's going to be a different game, different day. Got to bring energy to the field. You know, Friends is going to go home tonight and lick their wounds, feel like that they probably should have won that game, let it get away from them. So they're going to come back hungry tomorrow to try to get it, and the Braves need to do the same thing.
Well, the next time we will see the Braves in action for some baseball will be Sunday, March 31st for a doubleheader against Tabor. Hopefully Matt will be joining me for that one as well, hopefully at Alumni Park. If not at Alumni Park, it'll be somewhere in Kansas City or maybe Neosho, not sure. But the next time we'll have a broadcast will be softball next Saturday as Ottawa will take on Bethany College in a doubleheader. Also not sure where that location will be, but make sure you stay with KOFO and KOFO.com. You can also follow at KOFO Radio on Twitter for updates going forward. I want to thank Matt Kincaid for all of his hard work today, for Katie Tooley, the SID that was here today with us, for all of her information, and finally for Larson Johnson back in the station. I want to thank everyone for listening as the Braves win 1 out of 2 here over Friends University. You've been listening to Ottawa University Braves Baseball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this OU Brave Sports broadcast brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Quality Structures Incorporated, Ransom Memorial Health, Ottawa University, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, and by Kramer Pharmacy, Superstands Cleaning Service, Kansas State Bank, Constantino's Price Chopper. This OU Brave Sports broadcast is also brought to you by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Adamson Brothers, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Car Star, C.S. Cunningham Construction, and by the Ottawa Herald and the City of Ottawa. For more information about our next Brave Sports broadcast, log on to the KOFO Sports page at KOFO.com and listen Monday through Saturday for the KOFO Sports Calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
A home comfort evaluation is just a phone call away, 785-242-9273, to make sure your home stays comfortable all year long. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
You've heard the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. But have you heard the saying, it takes Pizza Village to feed your family? Probably not, because we just made that up. But it does make sense, and it's true. At Pizza Village, across from the courthouse in downtown Ottawa, you can choose from over 25 of your favorite toppings on a large, small, or mini pizza. Order your favorite sandwich, pile of fresh veggies on a PV salad, and the kids have plenty of healthy and delicious choices from the child's menu. It's a family-friendly village for you and yours. Pizza Village open for dine-in, carry-out, and delivery now Tuesday through Saturday. And still the best pizza in town, any town or village.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need.
I don't mean to be so uptight, but my heart's been hurt a couple times by a couple